I talked about three kinds of videos. We talked about landing page and introduction videos. Okay, these are hit to download videos for first-time visitors, and we're trying to get them interested in what we have to offer. I then talked a bit about gaming demos, how to play poker, how to play blackjack, and finally tutorials how to deposit the simplest things. For the question, what works? You need to have many components for an effective video. You have to think about the triggers, where the video sits, where it pops up, the different action buttons, the interactive playlist, what does the player do as he's watching the video. Languages are important, the language of the video is key. Streaming, and streaming is something we are all aware of, streaming of the video. YouTube isn't good enough, in my perspective, because if the viewer needs to sit down and wait for half a minute for the video to download, that's a problem, and you're going to lose people. It might be good enough, but you're going to lose viewers on the way. Analytics, how does the video impact? What effect does it have on your website, or things you want to take into mind? What we as a company offer, and this is my 30-second on it, we provide the complete solution. We do the creative services, so we do the full, we make the videos in many languages. All the videos I showed you were done by our company. We serve it on the website, through our player, through our triggers. It's part of the service. We test and analyze, and our basic test is always the previous video website versus the new website with a video. So the first basic test we always run is to show the impact on conversion. So you have ROI from the project. That's the first test we run. And then we have optimization services where we run a few parallel videos and check their impact on users, driving the traffic into 3 places, 4 places, checking the impact on conversion, and pinpointing the best video for the specific website, for your specific audience. We started in the US. Most of our customers, eBay is still our biggest customer, more around intros for new functionality that eBay offers. And that was our biggest market in the year 2007. In the year 2008, the gaming industry basically came to us, and it took us some time to understand that you guys understand conversion, and conversion is probably worth more for this industry than any other industry. And we penetrated into the gaming market, and in the last quarter, in Q1 of 2009, this has been our strongest market. So the gaming market is by far probably going to be our best market this year. Again, based on conversion and the multi-languages and all the things that impact how operators make money online.
What percentage of websites use video now?
I don't know from gaming, but it's not as high as you think, by the way. Really? It's not as high. If you scroll the website, it's not as high. And we're talking, and I'm also talking about YouTube embedded videos. Right. So simple videos, it's still in the 20–30%.
See, I'm surprised because if you think about it, does that surprise everyone? It surprises me that it's so low. Maybe because the websites I remember have some kind of video element.
It was once something that only if you were a big company you could afford.
Yeah.
You would see that in the bigger companies. But today it's becoming something which is more of a prerequisite, I think, for a website.
Well, we use it. We embed some, for our Bluff Europe website, we have player interviews that we do. And the advice that we got on the player interviews was people wanted it to look like a YouTube-style video rather than something very slick. Do you find that is often the case? So
if you're interviewing people and the effect you want to create is, this is a casual discussion between 2 people, you're probably right. But if you're trying to teach somebody how to play a game, right, or, and especially on gaming websites where you want somebody to deposit money at the end of the day, you want to build he needs to trust you, and I think trust is a big word in this industry. So this has to be a professional website, professional looking videos, and not something that, looks a bit, I don't want to say the word cheesy, but again, YouTube personal videos, people talking to you, that has a personal aspect that this does not provide. So I think it has different...
I suppose it depends on the purpose.
Right.
What we're trying to convey is that we have unique access to certain players, and look what we've done in our with our Brady Macintosh, and we figured out how to use iMovie. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that we go for. But we actually had a very slick one made up, and then we went to an expert on getting viral videos out on the web, and he said, "Oh, it's way too slick, can't use it." It was the I don't know if you heard about it, there was a 95-pound sterling hamburger that they were selling at a Burger King. So we invited one of the poker players to come down and have the world's most expensive Burger King hamburger, which I tasted, and it tasted like every other Burger King hamburger. But that aside, I sent it back to the guy who's an expert in virals, and he just said, "I can't do a viral with this because it looks too slick. It looks like somebody from Channel 5." So we had to go back to the raw video and just make it look crappier. Questions?
When you say that the language is very important, I've seen on your videos that you use the subtitles. You can put subtitles on or not. Yeah. Why don't you have, or do you do it in French or Italian?
Definitely. So if you look at the videos on the right corner, there's a language bar. You switch the language, the voiceover changes, everything changes. So subtitles is cheaper. So if you want to have 20 languages, you probably say I'm going to record it in 5, 6 languages and have 12 subtitles for, you know, where I have less visitors coming from.
It's a question of pricing.
Yeah, but definitely we make it. We have, I think the 88 video is in 8 languages, and the eBay videos are up to 10. So it depends on how much traffic you have from that specific language.
What's the price, more or less, of?
The pricing is very much dependent on, you know, the length of the video, the traffic, the voiceover. It's not something I can, you know, throw out here.
But I tried to get him to answer that last time.
But it's not.
Don't waste your time. You have to talk to him.
It's not very soon. No, I'm not going to open a pricing discussion. But yeah, afterwards we have people here who would be happy to talk about pricing. First of all, most of these videos, if you look at them, they're not viral videos. Their big impact on SEO is that the player stays much more time on the website. And it makes sense. He's watching a video, he's not going to be there for 10 seconds, he's going to be there for 2-3 minutes. So that has huge impact on SEO. But remember, these kinds of videos, for this purpose here, if they're intro videos, we can tag them, we can put tag words, we can do that. But this is not their sole and unique purpose. I will not sell somebody a video to increase SEO, although it does, because of time on the website. You can tag the Flash, and Google now reads Flash, and it's getting, yeah.
As far as the voice goes, it seems like you use the same voice actor for a lot of those.
We have a big database, and we actually let the customers select a lot of the times. There are a few guys who are really, really popular.
Right.
But no, I think we have about 40 or 50 different actors already live on different videos.
Have you ever done A/B testing with 2 male actors, for instance?
No.
I mean, this guy to me sounds like, after I watched 4 of them, it sounds like, oh, this is the guy that you can trust to listen to the video.
No, we haven't. That's interesting.
Does that build up kind of like, let's get ready to rumble? That's like one guy that does it for Vegas?
I think, you know, it sounds interesting. We have never tested 2 male voiceovers, one versus the other, but I think it's an interesting test. But I think there's still more basic things you should test before.
Right.
Before, you know, that's already your fine-tuning on the 0.5%, which is interesting.
Sure.
But I think there's bigger things to test prior to that.
Other questions for Tal? Very good.
Thank you very much.